Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. So today we are obviously talking about someone who we haven't talked about in a very long time, and that would be Olivia Jade. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, there has been a massive update in the court case dealing with her two parents, Massimo Giannulli and Lori Loughlin. And if you guys don't know, which I'm sure you guys, most of you know, Olivia Jade was a YouTuber, a beauty guru, like lifestyle vlogger, and her mom is Lori Loughlin from Full House, and then she was on Fuller House, and her dad is a very, very wealthy clothing designer. Some of his clothes were in Target at one point, and then he moved on, but anyways, he made a lot of money. So they had so much money that they were able to pay USC, the University of Southern California, $500,000 to get both of their daughters into the college. And the way that they did it was they said that their two daughters were both rowers and they worked with the crew team at USC. It was a specific coach Singer, and he basically would make profiles for the students and make it look like they were recruited to be on the USC team, not like for scholarship or anything. And that's how they would basically get admission into the school, and that would be through athletics. Apparently he did this with many other children, and he pled guilty to doing this, and that is crazy to me because Lori Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli have pleaded not guilty, and they are, because of that, did not take the plea deal, and they are facing a lot of years in prison. So they are fighting this very hard, which is not a good move. They should have taken the plea deal because another celebrity took the plea deal and has since literally just moved on with her life. She spent like a few days in jail, like a few days, whereas Lori is looking at years. So a lot of people have been wondering, is Olivia going to get in trouble for this? Is she going to have to testify? And basically her mom and dad have said that her and her sister Bella had no idea any of this occurred. And I know a lot of people are probably like, yeah, she had to have known, or either saying, you know, it's her parents, not her, or whatever. Now, the reason why she definitely had to know was because she posed for photos on a rowing machine, and it just only makes sense. Like, why are you questioning why your dad is asking you to take photos like this? And I don't know, it's just so wild to me that her parents, who seem very controlling, let her have a YouTube channel and kind of like expose, you know, her school life and how she hated school and all of this stuff. But at the same time, she was trying to get into a very prestigious school illegally. I don't know, maybe they thought they were untouchable and they would never get caught because her sister didn't get caught when they did it with her, and they have all this money. Rich people don't get in trouble. That's probably what they thought. But, you know, she did post for photos, and she knew what her GPA was, and I don't know what it is. They blocked it out on all of the court documents, but you have to know that if you were going to get into USC, it's a very hard school. The percentage to get in, to get accepted, is very small, you guys. That was like my absolute dream school, but that was like so dumb of me to think because it's so expensive, and I was not smart enough to get into that. So I definitely know you have to be absolutely the smartest person ever to get into the school. I mean, it's so Harvard, but it's really hard. So I'm sure she had to have been like, oh my god, what? Like, if she got into USC, like she would have known if she was gonna get in or not with that GPA. And from what everyone is saying about her and how she was in school and how much she hated school, she didn't like doing schoolwork, and her saying she didn't have like the best grades ever, it's pretty safe to assume she did not have the grades or the GPA to get into USC alone, and that is exactly why they had to do this backwards route. She has come back to YouTube since all of this went down. It took her literally a whole year, pretty much 9 months or so. She posted a YouTube video saying she can't legally talk about anything, and she knows that it should be addressed, but she can't. And since she's posted like one makeup tutorial video, and that was kind of it, I really wonder what she's going to be doing next, or what her path is after this whole thing. Maybe she's waiting for the trial to end to really kind of give us the lowdown or anything. I'm not blaming her for, you know, going about this. It does seem like, you know, her parents were really leading this, and I think if she had said, I don't want to go, I don't want to do it like this, it wouldn't have mattered because everybody knew from all her videos she didn't want to go to college at all. So if it was truly up to her, she wouldn't have done anything to get into college. And I mean, I don't think there was any which way ands or what ifs about it that she was going to be able to tell her parents that she wasn't going to this school and they were going to actually let her not go to college. You know, it's a shame. I think she could have really had a really successful, you know, life just because of YouTube. She had a palette with Sephora, a clothing line with Princess Polly. I mean, it's just so unfortunate. But, you know, her social life isn't flailing at all, and she's been hanging out with Kylie and, you know, Kylie's old assistant Victoria. They are friends and they were partying it up. She's friends with David Dobrik. She has a close circle and she's very social. It's like kind of crazy because this crazy trial is happening and she's just like so nonchalant, hanging out with my friends. But this week her resume came out, the fake resume that was submitted to USC, her entire like crew rowing history that they made up was submitted as a document in the trial. And this is literally what it says, you guys. It is so insane. So, like I said, we can't see her GPA on here, which I wish we could see because then we would just like really know if she knew about this like 100% here. And we can see her SAT. And let me tell you, you're not going to get to USC unless you got like a really high SAT score. But, you know, wish we could see it, but we can't. So anyways, this page is sort of irrelevant. It just says that she is going to be applying for the rowing team and that she's not going to be on scholarship. And this was on November 2nd, 2017. Now, on the other paper, it says like her name, and we can see that she is graduating in 2018. She was in high school. And this is where it gets really interesting, you guys, the rowing info. So we've got Mac rowing, coxswain, skill set, awareness, organization, direction, and steering, competition, 2016-2017, head of the Charles Boston, 14th place, 2017, 11th place 2016, 2015, 2017, head of the American Lake Natoma, 7th place 2 years in a row, 8th place in 2015, 2017 to 2019, head of the Lagoon Foster City, 2017 she got 4th place, 2016, 2015 it just says 5, so is that 5th place? I don't really know. And then it just goes on, you guys, to say, like, you know, the awards, whether she finished in what capacity. And then at the bottom it says Sparks Rowing Program, University of Washington, University of Florida, University of California, Los Angeles. USC has 4 boats, which require 4 coxswain along with 2 backups. I am assuming it says Olivia would be filling the position of our number 3 boat. Her sister is currently on our roster and fills the position of our number 4 boat. Division I rowing programs use scholarships for the oarsmen, but rarely with scholarship on coxswain. Although Olivia is non-scholarship, she is highly talented and has been successful in both men's and women's boats. So clearly the person that wrote this knew a lot about rowing and knew about teams and all this stuff. But I think they were also very strategic and not making her seem like she was totally incredible by saying she got like 14th place, 11th place, 7th place, 8th place, and then putting like the medals towards the bottom. Like, it just, you guys, this was clearly very, very calculated so that she didn't get scholarship and that I guess she wouldn't have to be evaluated by anyone other than this one coach that was submitting a profile for her. And yeah, anyways, you guys, the point was just that the coach was saying like, we need her, she's great. And especially saying that, you know, they usually give scholarships to a different position, but this specific position that she is set in, they don't give scholarships, really. So that was super, super strategic of them. But it came out that during this entire thing, Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli, when this was brought up in court, some inside sources told People magazine this week that they themselves were not responsible for creating the resume and, like, they shouldn't be held accountable for that. But it's like, that is the point. That you did not create the resume. It's like not real. And so they said, quote, they didn't have anything to do with it. The handwritten part isn't in any of their writing. They don't even know enough about crew to know what awards are prestigious or not. They are not capable of falsifying a resume like that because that's not their world. No, duh. Like, that's obviously not their world. That's why they had to pay people money to make this up for them. It's just so insane to me. It's like, yeah, we know that they didn't write this and that they had to pay someone to write this. And the people that probably wrote this most of them have already said they were guilty. So it's like, you're saying that you did not write this and basically, like, none of this should be your fault at all now? Like, no, you went along with this. You paid someone to do this. Nobody in their right mind would just wake up in the morning, working at USC, say, oh, you know what, today I am going to help Olivia Jade get into college, and I am going to hit up her mommy and her daddy that are so rich, super hard to get in connection with because you probably have to go through their people. And I'm going to tell them that I can write up a great letter to get their daughter on the crew team. Like, no, they sought this out. And it was very clear because Lori Loughlin had talked to another celebrity about doing this process, how it all worked, how it all went down, and that's how they went about it. Like, just because they did not create the resume themselves doesn't mean they're not in trouble or deserve to get in trouble for this. Like, white privilege is just... Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think about all this. Olivia Jade obviously hasn't commented on this. The only thing that has happened is that statement, but the day that this resume came out was the day that she was partying with Stas and Kylie and Victoria, celebrating Victoria's like clothing launch or something like that. But she is living her life normally, and let me know how you guys feel about that. You guys think it's weird? I don't know how to process this. Like, it's crazy. Are we rooting for Olivia to come back to YouTube? Are we not? What's the deal here? I want to know what you guys think. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.